It's got me feeling alive. There must be magic inside your bones. When I get lost here, I'm not alone. You feel like home. You feel like home. You feel like home. You feel like when we go without, this love gets us by. When the table is empty, you bring out the wine. There must be magic inside your bones. When I get lost here, I'm not alone. You feel like home. You feel like home. You feel like home. You feel like home. When the lights go out, when the walls come down, when the world gets cold, you are my home. When the lights go out, when the walls come down, when the world gets cold, you are my home. You feel like home. You feel like home. You feel like home. You feel like home.
Hello, everyone. Ah, that's good. That's good. Fantastic. The ceremony is just about to start. So can I ask if you all just take a few minutes to take a little selfie and send it to either Eva, Jamie, or a member of the family with a few words to express how you're feeling right now. So get your mobile phones out and take a little selfie.
Nailed it.
Just the one, remember. So if everybody's managed that, Eva and Jamie are happy for you to take photos, just not during the ceremony, please. So you can now put your phones and your cameras away, relax, enjoy, and be present in the moment, leaving our lovely professionals to capture the photos of the ceremony. So family and friends, if you're able, can you please be upstanding to receive the bridal party?
Upstairs and I knew your heart was mine. Only did I make it your darling, we'll dance endlessly. When nobody's watching, it's just you and me. And the song on repeat in my head, playing over and over. I'm drunk on your voice, high as the moment I fall for you twice. That's what I promised, I give you my life. From then till forever, falling in love with you over and over again. I'm falling in love with you. I'm falling in love with you. I'm falling in love with you over. I'm falling in love with you over and over. Falling to me, and I'll be there, darling. We'll be dancing the street. Nobody's watching, it's just you and me. And the song on repeat in my head, playing over and over. I'm drunk on your voice, high as the moment I fall for you twice. If that's what you wanted, I'd
Please be seated. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. My name is Marjorie Russell, and I'm a marriage officer with the Fuse Foundation. I was absolutely delighted when Eva and Jamie asked me to conduct their wedding ceremony for them, and it gives me the greatest of pleasure to join you all here at the stunning Fallside Mill on the outskirts of Kingbarns for this wonderful, happy family occasion. Let's start our ceremony by introducing the wedding party. Our bridesmaids, Maria, Suzanne and Erin, and groomsmen, Lewis, Callum and Blair. Don't they all look amazing? And they've already taken their seats.
I know.
We have two other attendants, Flower Girl and Page Boy, Sugar and Buddy. They're lovely dogs who are such a huge part of Eva and Jamie's life. So it's only right that they'll be here on their special day, and we'll be having their photographs taken with them later. I'd like to also take this opportunity to thank Alistair for walking our lovely bride down the aisle today. I'm sure you and Linda are feeling very proud. The part that you're all playing in today's ceremony is very special and will never be forgotten by Eva and Jamie. No matter how near or far you've travelled to be here, each of you is a very important part of this day as you witness the commitment that Eva and Jamie are making to each other. They see their marriage as not just a coming together of them as a couple, but also of their families. So let's take a moment at this point in the ceremony to remember absent loved ones who are in their hearts and their thoughts throughout this day. They wanted to create a meaningful but simple ceremony which is truly individual to them, and have chosen to have a humanist marriage ceremony because it's about freedom of choice and lets them highlight what they feel to be important, family and friends. It's representative of their love, their values and how they live their lives together. So let's take a few minutes now to talk about love and marriage. Love is, despite all our differences, what we all share. It's the only word to describe what you two have been through together. So no matter who we are, where we come from, or what we believe, we know this one thing: love is what we are doing right. That's why Eva and Jamie are, I keep getting that wrong, are standing here.
Can be our couple.
Yeah. Are standing here. I'm so wanting to make sure I get Eva right. That's why you are all here to witness it. But love isn't always perfect, and it doesn't always come easy. Love is overcoming obstacles, facing challenges, fighting to be together, holding on and never letting go. Love is a short word. It's easy to spell, difficult to define, and impossible to live without. But most of all, love is realizing that every hour, every minute, and every second was worth it because you did it together. Marriage is probably the most exciting adventure that we go on. It's a winding road that brings both adventures and challenges. It's a dynamic process of discovery. It's a journey, it's not an arrival. It's standing together to face the world. In marriage, being the right person is as important as finding the right person. But no ceremony can create a marriage. Only you can do that. Through love and patience, dedication and perseverance, through talking and listening, helping and supporting and believing in each other through tenderness and laughter, learning to forgive and appreciate your differences, and by learning to make the important things matter and let go of the rest. I'd like to invite Suzanne to come forward to read a poem for a couple called Like a River by Whitney Houston. Hanson.
I'm the second.
If you'd like to give us a wee song. Absolutely.
They say that sometimes love starts with a spark, and that might be true. But if I were to wish you a love, I wouldn't wish fire for you. You see, fire is powerful. It burns bright and then it's gone. It's beautiful and warm, but it doesn't last long. So instead of wishing you a love that burns, I wish you a love like a river twists and turns. It changes and it flows. It is powerful and free, but it consistently finds its way back to the sea. And so, like the water, I hope your love is ever growing, ever changing. I hope your love is powerful and free. And may you always find each other like a river finds the sea.
Oh, I think that deserves a big round of applause. Thanks, Suzanne. So some of you may already know about Eva and Jamie's journey so far as a couple, but some may not know the whole story, so here goes. This love story started way back in 2017. Jamie was out celebrating his birthday in the Manakee with his pals. He spotted Eva, who was also out with her friends, standing at the bar talking to one of his pals. He liked what he saw, and who could blame him? And being well-oiled and feeling a bit gallus, he walked up to her and said, "You'll love this one. Why have I no winched you yet?" What a chat-up line. Eva obviously wasn't impressed. Thought he was a bit of a weirdo. And walked away. Not the best start to this love story. The next day, Jamie woke up with the fear when he remembered what had happened the night before, found and added Eva on social media, and apologised profusely for his behaviour. They started messaging and arranged to meet up for dinner in Glasgow. Eva was excited, looking forward to it, and her boss let her leave work early to get ready. Imagine her disappointment when she got a text from Jamie cancelling the date as he was hungover. A bit of a theme here. She wasn't very happy, but pretended she wasn't bothered and went out for the night with her pals. The following day, Jamie was very apologetic. Again. Did a lot of grovelling, again, and took her out for lunch to make up for it. They went to Tea Jenny's in Falkirk and had a lovely time getting to know each other better. There was a definite spark of attraction, and Eva forgave Jamie, realising he was a nice person, really, with a good heart. After this inauspicious start, they started going out regularly, often for nice meals or nights away. followed by a wonderful holiday to Dubai, then Crete and Corfu, where Jamie was introduced to Eva's Greek family, including her yaya, who loved him. They knew they had found something special, that they wanted to be together forever, and started planning their future, which included buying their own home in Larbert in 2020, which they now share with their dogs, Buddy and Sugar. Jamie was never an animal person before, but with Eva, he doesn't have much choice. And dates now look a bit more like a walk with the dogs, or a trip to the stables together to look after Eva's horse, Yogi. There had been talks of getting married, but unknown to Eva, Jamie was planning to propose on their 5-year anniversary. And what I'm told is typical Jamie planning. He hadn't quite worked out when or where, though, and the time was ticking on. Luckily, Maria was on hand to kick him into action. And the two of them headed off to Glasgow in search of a ring. So fast forward to the 13th of May 2020. Jamie booked an overnight stay in Prestonfield House in Edinburgh. Despite his best efforts at keeping his plans under wraps, she began to get suspicious of his intentions and got her nails done just in case. When they arrived, Jamie started putting his plans in place, suggesting they headed for a walk to see the Highland cows before dinner. Jamie was really nervous on the walk, and as they got to the stable block, he got down on one knee and asked Eva to marry him. She, of course, said yes, and they headed off to celebrate with champagne. They spent the rest of the evening celebrating and phoning their families to share the lovely news. The wedding planning started straight away, the following week, according to Jamie. So here they are today, surrounded by their loved ones on their wedding day, and their love story continues. So what makes this relationship work? When I met them, I asked them both to independently share with me their view on why they work as a couple and one thing that they'd like to change, to which they have both graciously agreed, but they still don't know what the other has said. So let me reveal their answers. Eva said, on paper, we are almost complete opposites, but together we balance each other out. I'm quite tightly wound, and he is so relaxed, he's almost horizontal. Sometimes that can be frustrating, like when you're trying to plan a wedding. But it's a reminder that things are often not worth stressing about, and all of our arguments end in laughter. I'm a worrier by nature, but Jamie always manages to reassure me with the right words and a big cuddle, no matter what I'm worrying about. Even when I've had a really tough day, he helps me not to take life too seriously, and I'll always be grateful for that. He is my favourite person in the whole world, and I genuinely love spending time with him. So what's the one thing she'd like to change, Jamie?
Keep the list.
Well, I only asked for one. She said, I would, however, like if you learned how to make the bed properly. As we've lived together for 4 years, and he still hasn't managed it. Now to Jamie. He said, I like to think that we work because I'm so relaxed about almost everything in life. Eva, on the other hand, is 75% Greek, and with this comes an intense and determined personality, but it's kind of sexy. He said it. I love spending time with Eva, having a laugh and winding her up. She's one in a million, and I know I'd truly be lost without her. So what's the one thing you'd like to change about you? Well, he said, Eva loves a cup of tea in the morning when getting ready for work. What she doesn't love is taking them downstairs and putting them in the dishwasher. By the time Friday comes, there are usually 3 or 4 empty cups of tea sitting on our dressing room table. Other than that, she's perfect. So thank you both for sharing these lovely reasons that give us a lovely insight into what makes this very special relationship work. So Eva and Jamie are now going to exchange a personal vow that they have written to each other. So if you could just pass over your flowers. Thanks, Maria. And if you could just hold hands. Okay. So Eva, can you say your vow that you've written for Jamie?
Jamie, from the moment I met you, it was easy to find things to love about you. You are unwaveringly kind, persistently optimistic, and always manage to see the good in every situation. You care so deeply about the people you love and the dogs, who, if we're being honest, you never really asked for. But I couldn't imagine your life without. You embraced my family immediately, and everyone who meets you adores you. You are funny, endlessly patient and loving, and I feel so lucky that every moment for the last 7 years, mundane or exciting, I have gotten to share with my best friend. I love how you remind me every day that I'm smart and capable, whether you mean to or not. And how even when I'm frustrated, you never fail to make me laugh. I love how you give me space to be vulnerable, to be wrong, and to feel my feelings out loud. Most of all, I love how you've always made me feel safe to love you without hesitation, and I will love you in that way effortlessly and wholeheartedly for the rest of my life. I promise to always cherish you, care for you and comfort you. I promise to consider your needs, celebrate your interests, and try to listen when you talk about football and pensions. I promise to support and encourage you just as much as I challenge you. I promise to stand by you in the hard times and celebrate you in the good. I can't promise that we'll always get it right, but I promise that whatever we do in life, we will do it together, and our life will be full of love, laughter and happiness. Thank you for everything that you are and all that you do. I love you.
Okay.
Hold my hand, are you alright? Should have went first. Yeah, she's that. Yeah, bear with me. Alright, yeah, guys. Eva, when I first met you, I knew you were the one for me. You're the most amazing person I've ever met, and loving you is so easy. Your smile is infectious, and making you happy is all I ever want to do. You're stunningly beautiful with a personality to match. It's fair to say I'm Eva daft and punching well above my weight. And a good number of people sitting here today like to remind me of that on a daily basis. My family love you and think the world of you, and have done since day one. The last 7 years have been incredible, and the best part is we've done it together as a team. You've made me more thoughtful, more adventurous, and the happiest man alive. You've also turned me into an animal lover, which I never thought would have ever happened. And I can't wait for a future together, which I'm certain will include a house full of animals. You're intelligent, compassionate, funny, and always right. You're strong-minded, incredibly kind, and always put other people and animals first. I remember asking you once who you would choose between me or the horse. And you replied, Jamie. Don't ask me that, because you won't like the answer. Now with the addition of 2 dogs, I can honestly say I've never settled for being fourth in my life. But in this case, I'm just happy to be one of the things you love. I promise to love, care, and protect you from whatever life throws at us. I promise to understand you, to consider your needs, and encourage your passions. I promise to be a better listener and do the housework without having to ask. And without replying, I'll do it at half time. I promise to be your best friend, your biggest supporter, your soulmate. I love you, and I promise to love you for the rest of our lives.
Wow, beautiful. That's so special.
Oh, finish.
Right. Today, on your wedding day, as you promise to love each other forever, you're holding the hands of your best friend. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will love and cherish you through the years. These are the hands that will give you strength and support when you need it. And as your hands are joined together now, so may your hearts always be. In keeping with Eva's Greek heritage, I'd like to invite her mum to come forward with the Stefano crowns. And for Lewis to help with that. The Stefani will be put on each of their heads 3 times, swapped over by Lewis. So I'll move out the way and let you take where I am, okay? Okay. These crowns symbolise the crowning of Eva and Jamie as king and queen of their home, which they will rule with wisdom, justice and integrity. The ribbon joining the crown symbolises their unity and should always remain intact for a lifetime, as it represents the eternal bond between the bride and groom. Thank you. Thanks, Lewis. Family and friends, we've now come to the most important part of today's ceremony, when Eva and Jamie will say their legal vows. So you're on again, Lewis, you're het again. Could you pass Eva's ring to Jamie? Take Eva's left hand in yours and repeat after me. Hope I get this right. I call upon these persons here present.
I call upon these persons here present.
To witness that I, James Edwards Clark,
To witness that I, James Edwards Clark,
solemnly and sincerely declare
solemnly and sincerely declare
that I accept you, Evangelia Genovefa Salvanu,
that I accept you, Evangelia Genovefa Salvanu,
as my lawfully wedded wife.
as my lawfully wedded wife.
Please accept this ring
Please accept this ring
as a token of my love for you.
as a token of my love for you.
Okay. Okay, Lewis. Thanks. You could give. You can just take your seat again, Liz. Thanks. Here we go again. I call upon these persons here present
I call upon these persons here present
to witness that I, Evangelia Genovefa Salvanu,
to witness that I, Evangelia Genovefa Silvanu,
solemnly and sincerely declare
solemnly and sincerely declare
that I accept you, James Edwards Clark,
that I accept you, James Edwards Clark,
as my lawfully wedded husband.
as my lawfully wedded husband.
Please accept this ring
Please accept this ring
as a token of my love for you.
as a token of my love for you.
Just slip it on. The tokens of the vows made by you today are your wedding rings. Each is an unbroken circle, symbolising unending love, peace and togetherness. They are the permanent reminder of your love for one another and of the vows that you have exchanged today. Wear them always, and when you look at them, think about each other and remember this moment in time and the happiness you felt on your wedding day. Eva and Jamie, you have decided to marry and have declared your love and respect for each other throughout whatever fate may bring, and with the support of all of those sharing in the special moments of today. Following the declarations made before me and in the presence of all these witnesses, it's now my very present duty to pronounce you husband and wife. Jamie, may you now kiss your wife, and I think that deserves a big round of applause.
Used to pray for a moment just like this. There's a fire in your eyes I can't resist. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. I could taste it forever on your lips. There's a lifetime living inside that kiss. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. We ain't getting any younger. To be honest, I don't care. I'm not trying to live forever. I'm just trying to be right here. This I know. Only now it's all we got. This I know. Just one more day.
It gives me the greatest pleasure to present to you for the first time Eva and Jamie, the new Mr. and Mrs. Clark. Woo woo!
Every second I'm with you, I didn't know what I was after until I found it all in you. This I know. If tonight is all we got, then don't let go. Yeah, yeah. Just one more dance, two more drinks. It'll go by fast, so don't you blink. Used to pray for a moment just like this. There's a fire in your eyes I can't resist. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. I can taste it forever on your lips. There's a lifetime living inside that kiss. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. Remember, remember, remember. I wanna remember, remember, remember. I wanna remember, remember, remember. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. Pray for a moment just like this. There's a fire in your eyes I can't resist. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. You know it's true. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. Used to pray for a moment just like this. There's a fire in your eyes I can't resist. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. I can taste it forever on your lips. There's a lifetime living inside that kiss. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. Remember, remember, remember. I wanna remember, remember, remember. I wanna remember, remember, remember. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this. Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this.
I call you when I need you, my heart's on fire. You come to me wild and wild. You come to me, give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. You speak the language of love like you know what it means. And I can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heart. Hang on every word you say, tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be dead. In your heart I see the start of every night and every day. In your eyes I get lost, I get washed away. Just as long as I'm here in your arms, I can be in no better place. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say, tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be dead. Each time you leave me, I start losing control. Like you're walking away with my heart and my soul. I can feel you, baby, even when I'm alone. Baby, don't let go, 'cause you're simply the best. You're better than all the rest. You're better than anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heart. Hang on every word you say. Tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be dead. Oh, you're the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we can please all be upstanding and raise the roof for the new Mr. and Mrs. Clark. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's my great honour, I'll now pass you over to proud sister of the bride, Maria.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. Firstly, I just want to start by saying a huge congratulations to the new Mr. and Mrs. Clark. You both look absolutely stunning, and it's been such an honour standing beside you today as you became husband and wife. Some of you may already know who I am, but for anyone that doesn't, and if my face hasn't already given me away, I'm Maria. I am maid of honour and twin sister of our beautiful bride. When Eva was first choosing our bridesmaids, I did think it might have been a close call between Suzanne and I for the maid of honour role, but I'm glad to see that nepotism is still alive and well. When Eva was asking me to do a speech, I was firstly really surprised that she'd trust me, not to tell any embarrassing stories about her, but also a little bit nervous. For someone that's usually got a lot to say for myself, I'm not the biggest fan of public speaking. Once I'd got over the thought of giving a speech in front of all of Eva and Jamie's nearest and dearest, let's face it, you're either all pissed or getting there anyway, apart from you, Claire. My next challenge was this: how to fit a literal lifetime into just a few minutes. Well, today I'm going to try and do just that. So here goes. And I'm also going to try and do it without crying, but I can't make any promises. Eva, despite us being twins, you're one of a kind. Fiercely loyal, kind-hearted, headstrong, you've always known your own mind. Our sisterhood is fun and fiery. Shout out to the groomsmen that witnessed that yesterday. At times we fight and drive each other crazy, but without hesitation, we always come back together. Best friends growing up, now and forever. It's hard to pick out some favourite childhood examples. Growing up as twins, everything is memorable. With our unique bond, psychic abilities and spidey senses, duetting Broadway hits and finishing each other's sentences. I'm so proud of what you've achieved. Your chapter in The Sun, living the Malia dream when you were still a teen, bagging a first-class degree in food and nutrition, devoting yourself to teaching. We know it's been some mission. Together we've shared a love of animals and fashion. With all your pets, you've shown great compassion, raising Yogi and Buddy with so much care, and adopting Sugar from the roadside when she had no one else there. But the signs were always there that you'd be like this. EvaLovesHorses@hotmail.com, your very first email address. It's been a fun and wild ride growing up by your side. We were raised by strong women, Mum, Auntie Jen, Gran and Yaya. The amazing parts of them have made us who we are. And now we welcome Jamie into the lovable matriarchy. Since day one, Jamie's taken her antics in his stride. In Corfu, Yaya took to him instantly. Eva and I were just cast aside. He's well aware that we're all mad here, with Linda barking like a dog and Gran rubbing her face on his beard. He's embraced the quirks, and we're thrilled that he persevered. Him and Alistair bonded over their favourite team, and before proposing to Eva, he did the gentlemanly thing. Asked Linda and Alistair for his blessing, giving us all the privilege of celebrating this wedding. But Jamie's style's not always been quite so smooth. During a night on the tiles, he made his first move. The club lights twinkled, music pumped, the mood was set. He approached Eva and whispered the magic words. Needless to say, Eva wanted far more romance, but she ended up giving Jamie a chance. He's hilarious, lovable and caring, always doting on his princess. There was absolutely no hesitation when he proposed and she said yes. So, my advice for a beautiful marriage: stay exactly as you are. Keep turning silly bickering into laughter. Keep building a home and a life where memories can bloom. Stay curious about each other and never just assume. Keep travelling, adventuring, and finding joy in everything. Appreciate the love you share and the person that you're marrying. It's true what Luke Combs said, nothing lasts forever, but I know for sure they haven't seen you two together. Everyone please join me in raising a glass to my amazing sister and now brother-in-law, Mr. and Mrs. Clark.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jamie, the groom, and if you didn't know that, well, you're probably at the wrong wedding. On behalf of my beautiful wife and I'd like to just say a few words before I spend the rest of my life listening and agreeing with everything that Eva says. Firstly, Eva and I would like to say a massive thanks to each and every single one of you here today. We really appreciate the effort everyone has made to join us on a special day, not to mention the generous gifts we've already received. We'd also like to say a massive thanks to David, Alison and Hannah and all the staff here at Fallside Mill. We love this venue from day one and we can't thank you enough for making our big day run so smoothly. Now, I'm going to get the hardest part of this speech out of the way early. Eva and I have had so many wonderful people come and go in our lives, all of whom have shaped us into the people we are today. I can't begin to mention any names because the waterworks will literally start, and this makeup isn't cheap. We've got 13 tables of family and friends here today. However, there's a special table in heaven that I know we'll be looking down at. Both of us. A special table in heaven that I know will be looking down on us both, bursting with pride. That's a hard bit of the way. Right. Although they aren't with us in person today, every one of them has had a massive impact on our lives. Can I now ask everyone to raise a glass to our absent friends and family? Friends and family. Next up, the parents, Linda and Alistair. I remember absolutely shitting myself whenever I said, just come back to mine and meet my mum and Alistair. You were both in the back garden and the walk through your house seemed to take an eternity. It's embarrassing to say this now, but I'd practiced my "Hi, I'm Jamie" handshake. I practiced it so many times prior to this meeting. I'm so glad I didn't mess it up, but apologies again for the excessive amount of sweat in my palms. From then on, you've both welcomed me into your family and have treated me like a son. For that, I'll be forever thankful, and today I'm so grateful that I officially get to call you my in-laws. Mum and Dad, I've not got enough words to tell you how much... I've not got enough time to tell everyone how much you both mean to me. Nor can I put into words how much I love you both. You gave me the best childhood and shaped me into the man I am today. Now, I know I'm slightly biased, but I think you've done a bloody good job. All joking aside, the way you've treated Eva since day one really has meant the world to me. Today she officially joins our family, but in reality, she's been part of it for a good while now. Without both sets of parents, this wedding simply wouldn't have happened. My dad did propose the idea of having a reception in the North Broomage Social Club. But unfortunately, they were fully booked. So, thanks again for all your help, not only today, but in day-to-day life. Myself, Eva, Buddy and Sugar the dogs, and Yogi the horse really do love you all so much. The bridesmaids. Before I say a little bit about you all, I'd like to just say a massive thanks for all your help and support over the last few months. Keeping Eva calm on the run-up to the wedding couldn't have been easy. Maria, you're an absolute legend, and Eva is so lucky to have a twin sister like you. The bond you have is unbreakable, and I'm so glad she has you in her life. Now, winning over Eva was hard, but getting the seal of approval from you was even harder. Today, I officially get to call you my sister-in-law, and if that doesn't want a few Jaeger bombs to celebrate, then I don't know what does. Suzanne, you've been Eva's best friend since she was 5, and after 25 years, you're still going strong. I'll get a chat with you later to get some tips on how you've managed to put up with her for so long. Growing up a few streets apart to now living across the road from us, I really do appreciate you. I appreciate you coming round to listen to Eva's teacher's rants, which, by the way, you're good at as well. Erin, thanks for being a great big sister over the years. However, I'll never forgive you for beating me up as a kid. You've always made Eva feel welcome in our family, and that really does mean a lot to me. Becoming an uncle to Ross Jr. was a proud moment in my life, and I can't wait to watch him grow up with you and Ross Sr. My groomsmen, Callum and Blair. For those that don't know, Callum and Blair come as a two. A bit like Dwight York and Andy Cole, for the men amongst us. Whilst being joined at the hip, you really are great guys, who have been there for me since day one. I'm glad to have you both playing part in a special day, and delighted to be able to call you mates. But just a word of warning for everyone else here today. Don't get either of them started on football tactics or training drills, because you'll be here all night. My best man, Lewis. From nursery to our weddings, what can I say? We really have done it all. Being your best man last year was an honour, and I'm so grateful to have you standing here beside me today. Thanks for organising my stag do, dressing me up like an idiot, whilst getting me home safely every night. Now I know you're going to slag me rotten shortly, but I'm happy to let it slip if you buy me a beer later. You really are a great guy, and I'm so lucky to have a best mate like you. I can't wait to continue our friendship whilst making more memories together with our wives. Now lastly, I'd like to say a few words about the main event. My beautiful wife, Eva. Eva, I knew you were the... I'll start again. Eva, I knew from the very start that one day I'd get to call you my wife. But I had to live with you first just to make sure. When you walked down the aisle today, you truly took my breath away. You look absolutely stunning, and that dress beats everything I've seen on the 450 episodes of Say Yes to the Dress. You've made me watch over the last 6 months. From our first date together to standing here beside you now, I can honestly say this has been the best journey ever, and I can't wait to continue living it with you. The time and effort you've put into organising this full weekend has been truly incredible, And whilst I'd like to take some credit, I just can't. You really are my best friend, my soulmate, and I love you more than you'll ever know. Now, I'm going to pass you over to Lewis. But please remember, everything he says is not 100% true. Anyway, thanks again, everyone. I hope you have a great night.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For those that don't already know me, I'm Lewis and I'm Jamie's best man. I just wanted to start by saying, Eva, 1, you look absolutely stunning. And 2, I'm sure you're relieved that Jamie and the rest of the Clark family have made it to this part of the day. As you know, it's cutting right into their nap time. Seriously, well done to you all for making it. As part of my job this evening, I get to say a fair bit about today's main man. I can honestly say he's one of the tallest and best looking men in the room today, showing off his pearly white teeth. And I'm so proud to call him my friend. So if you bump into him, where's Lewis Taylor? If you bump into him, buy the guy a drink. I'd like to take a moment to give a big shout out to the bridesmaids, Maria, Erin and Suzanne, who all look absolutely beautiful today. I hear you organised an amazing ABBA-themed hen for Eva, who really felt like the dancing queen that night. And I'm sure you've been keeping her calm, doing everything to get ready for the big day today. So let's raise a glass and hear it for the bridesmaids. Now, if I can rewind 10 months to when Jamie made his best man speech at my wedding, he pleaded that when the roles were reversed, I'd remember all the stories that he left out to make me sound like a semi-reasonable man. Well, I'm afraid, Jamie, if I did that for you, I'd be staring at a blank sheet of paper right now. I must say, what an amazing ceremony that was this afternoon. I thought, with Eva being Greek, it was going to be like my big fat Greek wedding. But Jamie slimmed down a lot since primary school. Hey, smudger. Speaking of primary school, it was Lakeside Primary that Jamie and I first met about 26 years ago. I'm not sure how we became such good friends. It was soon evident that Jamie was brilliant at sports, turning his hand or foot to anything. And I was brilliant at climbing trees and digging holes. Nevertheless, we struck up a great friendship that has lasted to this day. Primary school was a laugh, and the two of us usually caught up at morning break or lunchtime. One memory from lunchtime in primary 7 has stuck in my mind all these years. The school had recently purchased a giant litter bin in the shape of a pink hippopotamus. Jamie, being the big show-off, was giving it a laldy, pretending to hump the new pink hippo bin. The hand and hip actions were in full force, and he was even heard shouting, "She's getting it 150 rapid." Everyone was roaring with laughter all the way back to the class. Now, I know it was mentioned earlier in the ceremony that Jamie is not an animal man. But he sure did love that hippopotamus that day. Back in class, there was a chap at the door. It was Mrs. Hamill, the head teacher. Jamie and I get pulled from class and marched down to the main reception. It was safe to say Mrs. Hamill had found out what happened and she was absolutely furious. She gave us a right good bollocking, and whilst doing so, she even asked Jamie to give a display of his earlier actions. The Janny had even brought the hippopotamus to the main reception as a prop. And it was at this moment that Jamie's mum Maureen walked past, as she worked in the school at the time, and the look of horror and confusion on her face is one that I'll never forget. To this day, I doubt I've ever seen such a performance. Barely 100 rapid if she's lucky. Sorry about that one. When we hit our late teens, I wondered what career Jamie would end up in. He gave DJing a shot, which earned him the nickname Javici. Armed with his beginner decks and some practice in his bedroom, he posted a video on Facebook that received 1 like. After a warm-up set in my parents' living room, and then he even ended up booking a headline gig in Alicia Thompson's back garden. The set was tremendous. He was fading in and out, banger after banger, until the sun went down. But in the end, he was no match for the real Avicii, and it was back to doing whatever had to be done with pensions on a Monday morning. Jamie's always had the worst dress sense out of all the boys. I'm so glad that tailor-made kilts and Stennis Muir have sorted him out today. God knows what he might have showed up wearing. Perhaps brown winkle pickers, baggy jeans and a suit jacket. Just like that time he styled that outfit to a date at Cineworld in Falkirk. I've recently learned that Jamie now has a personal shopper that drops off new threads directly to his office. I thought that learning this, things might be looking up for Jamie. However, his colleagues, Mondo, Fraz and Blackie tell me he's been taking parcels from a guy outside with a white stick and a guide dog. I asked other people who know Jamie best to give me a few words to describe him. Charismatic, sprightly and handsome. I always knew you were a bloody liar, Jim. Speaking of them, I'd like to give a special mention to Jamie's mum and dad, Maureen and Jim. Just a huge thank you to you both for all the times I was down at your house growing up, staying for sleepovers and having dinners. I know we kept you awake most nights, playing FIFA, chatting to birds on MSN Messenger, or probably just watching porn. So thanks for putting up with us. We've turned it alright, haven't we? I remember getting the phone call from Jamie on his way home from work telling me he was going to propose. After Jamie talked at me for about half an hour, hitting me with all the financial advisory buzzwords from the office, DB pension transfers, ROI, capital gains, Max done this, Max done that. What level of risk are you considering? Max was looking class today. Should see Max's new Porsche. Max. Max is Jamie's boss, by the way, for anyone who's wondering. And he's the third love of Jamie's life after Eva and Glasgow Rangers. True story, the boys and I used to play a drinking game on a night out. Whenever we heard Jamie say Max, we had to take a big swig of our drink without Jamie knowing. We actually had to stop playing it because we were absolutely pissed by 9 o'clock. Max, show yourself. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, the proposal. He finally made it on to Eva, and I was ecstatic to hear the big romantic had booked a getaway to Edinburgh and was going to get down on one knee at the Royal Mile Backpackers Hostel. You see, he'd blown his budget on the whopping engagement ring he had just had custom made for Eva. Cheers for that, Clarky. Now Alex wants a couple of shoulder diamonds on his. Anyway, thank God for Klarna. A few taps on the phone, and he'd upgraded his stay to the Swish Prestonfield house at the foot of Arthur's Seat. Eva, I'm so glad you said yes. Not because you're a home economics teacher, and the last meal that I saw Jamie make himself was potato waffles, chicken dinosaurs, and potato smileys, which he ate straight out of the bacon tray on the couch. But because you're so kind, compassionate, and warm-hearted, Eva. Jamie, having drank, laughed, and cried together, I can honestly say that you're one of life's good guys. You've been a brilliant friend to me for the past 26 years, and I'm so grateful for all the memories that we have shared. From the moment my wife Alex and I went on our first double date with Jamie and Eva in Edinburgh, I knew they were the perfect fit and would end up getting married. I'm delighted to see my best friend so happy, and I couldn't have wished him a more perfect bride. Ladies and gents, if you could please stand and join me in raising a glass And let's hear a big cheer for the new Mr. and Mrs. Clark! You want to get after me?
No, you're just going to tell you. Liz, that was so funny.
That wasn't too bad.
And welcome on the floor to the fresh dance. Imagine. Standing here with you, with your arms around my shoulders, dancing with the moon. Baby, it's just like a dream. When I whisper that I love you, you say it back to me. I got you, all the rest of my days, and it's only Sunday morning. Dance floor. Come on, everybody. Let's see you around. and never to end, wrapped in the sweet summer air. So wishing that we could stay in this moment forever, into the night, young and pure and free. Take my hand, we'll go dancing underneath the stars on a beach that's only ours. Take my hand, we'll go dancing in the shadow of the moon. Take my hand, take my hand. We were young, the summer would seem so. Come on, bridal party, we sing our favorite song. I heard it on the radio, it was long ago. The endless night, the summer would turn to dawn. Times when our dreams reborn, paved the way for all we had and all we made. Take my hand, and we'll go dancing underneath the stars on a beach that's only ours. Take my hand, and we'll go dancing in the shadow of the moon. Take my hand, take my hand. Summer sky, the beauty was no surprise. The love was in your eyes. I knew it once when you looked at me. It was all I could see. You slow dance, you put your hand in mine. There's never a better time. Moving to this ancient haunted melody. Take my hand, and we'll go dancing underneath the stars on a beach that's only ours. Take my hand, and we'll go dancing in the shadow of the moon. Take my hand, take my hand. Guys, thanks for everyone else nice then. Let's keep on this over. Whew, it's like a reaction, man. Right, don't say something, you don't finish everything.